What's up guys, and we are here in another tutorial, and now we will be talking about dictionaries. Last time we are done with the list, and today we will be talking about dictionaries. Okay, let's get started. So what are dictionaries? Dictionaries are unordered mappings for storing objects. So last time we saw a list where objects are stored in ordered sequence, but for dictionaries, it uses key value pairing instead of ordered sequences. Now, this key value pair allows users to quickly grab objects without needing to know an index location. So it is now more easier for you to call an object if you just know the keynote or the keyword for your object. No need to know the index position of your object because, like what I said earlier, it is no longer ordered in sequence but paired in a key value. Okay? So dictionaries use curly braces and colons to signify the keys that are associated with their values. So this is the syntax. So we have here the curly braces, and then we have the key one as your keyword, and the value as your value. Okay, make sure that your keywords or your keys are written in strings. You can use any name, but make sure that it is in string. For the value, it does not matter if you are using a string or any other data type. It will work because we are using Python, which uses dynamic typing for our data types and for our variables and strings and dictionaries. So question is, I know that some will ask, what's the point of using dictionaries if we have lists already? So the question is when to choose list and when to choose dictionaries. Now, for dictionaries, objects retrieved by key name, okay, unordered and cannot be sorted. So that is if you don't need sequence and you just want to call objects based on their names. It would be easier if you're using dictionaries. But for list, it is retrieved by location. So index position is very important. If you forgot what is index position, you just comment down below and we will make another video for index positions. So ordered sequence can be indexed or sliced. That is why we need to be aware of the index position of the object that we are going to get from a list. Notebook. So everybody please go to your notebook and follow what we will be doing today. So we are now here in Jupyter Notebook in another browser. So let's first start our discussion with creating a very simple dictionary. So we will say first, let's have a variable name for our dictionary. Let's do this, dict1. So dictionary number 1 is equal to, so to write a dictionary, we first use curly braces and then we write a keyword. Make sure that it is in strings. So let's say key1. Then separate it with a colon. After the colon is where we will write the value. So let's say if ever we are using a string, so do it like this, value 1. Separate them by comma, then another key2. So equal to another value which is value 2, and shift enter to run it. Now whenever we call dict1, just 1, you will see here that we have here the key 1 and the value, and key 2 and the value. Now the real purpose of making a dictionary is for you to able to get one value based on its keyword. Okay, so how do we do that? We do that by using the square bracket. So let's say dict underscore 1. Use your uh, square bracket and then write the keyword that you want to call. So for example, we are going to call key 1. And then if we press shift enter or run, we will get here the value 1. So that's how it works. So dictionaries are very flexible, so you can use different data types for that. Okay, so let's have one more example. Let's say I will make a dictionary of the grades of each student or the number of students per section in our class. So for example, let's say pop for the variable name, and then as a way of list or dictionary, I will say make sure that you are doing it in strings. Okay. For the colon. Now let's say there are 22 students in DAM A. So 22. Separate it by comma, and then let's say dam underscore B will have 21. And then last but not least, we have here dam underscore C, which will have a total number of 22 students. Okay. And when I press and shift enter, everything is now in the variable pop. Now, somebody will ask, okay, Sensei, how many are the students for DAM A? I don't have to count again. I will just simply, alright, just wait for a minute, pop, and then I will call for DAM underscore A. Shift enter, and then now I can say that there are 22 students for DAM A. And we can also use dictionaries. For example, you can use flexible datas, or we can use different datas for our dictionary. So for example, we can have another dictionary. Let's shortcut into AD. Now let's say for another dictionary, we will have first string, hello, my name is Diana. Hello, my name is Clint. Now that is our first statement. Then we can also choose for a number. And then we can also have a list. Now to do a list, what you need is square bracket, okay, and put everything inside. So let's say string 1, separate them by comma, and then string 2, separate them again by comma, and then we will have, oh no, you know what, let's make it simpler. Let's do it A, B, and C. There you go. Press enter. And then now we can call a list, right? So we can say AD We can do AD and then write the or pass in the name of the value or the key name, and then as an output we will have the value of our key name. Okay? Now, strings or dictionaries are not yet our dictionaries are not fixed when it comes to how many can you contain. So you can actually add numbers, or you can add more information, more object into your data type. This is how you do it. So first, let's say we have another list. Okay, so that whenever we call number list, we will have here numbers 1 to 8. What if we want to add something at the end? So we can do that by doing this. Let me clarify things. That is actually a list. What if we want to call this one? Let's use this example. Shift enter, and then whenever we call pop, we will have that. What if we want to add another class? So what we will do is pop, okay, and then in the curly brace, inside that we have another keynote. So let's say dam underscore D. Dam underscore D. Close it, and then we can say that it is 33. Now whenever we call pop, we have now here the Damascus D, which have 33 students. Okay, so that's how you do it. That is how you add value, or that is how you add another key name or another object for your dictionaries. Now we can actually overwrite any value if ever that you want to overwrite values. We do that by doing this. So let's say we have a pop inside currently the square bracket. For us to change the value, for example, we want to change the value of Damascus D, because probably you will say, oh, that's so much. So we can just do here pop, and then in pop as the name of the dictionary. Inside the square bracket, we will write the name of your object or your key name. So for this case, we will use damd, and then outside the curly brace, we will have here another number. So let's say 21. So now whenever we call the Damascus D or damd score D. Okay, that's an error, because make sure that you are doing string. It should be a string. Shift enter. Now it is 21. That is how we change it. You can also change it into other data types, like for example, we can make it into a string like that. Shift enter. Or we can make it into a list like this. Something like that. Make sure that you are doing it in as a way that you are making it as a string. There you go. and we have a string. Okay, now let's talk about some keys or some methods that we can use. So first we have here the dot key method, pop, and then dot key keys, and then the parentheses, and then when we do shift enter, you will have here the different key names that we can use. So for example, we have dam A, dam B, dam C, dam D. Okay, this is not limited to these names. You can choose any other name that you want. Now if you're doing this for business, and you want to keep an inventory of your items, you can use code for your items. So if you use pop dot keys method for our dictionaries, what we will have is the keywords or the key names. But if we want to look for the values that are present, so we can do the dot values, of course. You're very, very smart. Values. Then do not forget the parentheses, because you will have an error if you forgot the parentheses. Shift enter, and then now here are the values that are given to us, or that you pre-made. And last but not the least, if you want to check the items together with its keywords, so do this pop dot items, shift enter, and then do not forget the parentheses. That will happen. We have here the items separated by comma, and they are actually treated as a tuple. Now don't worry if you do not know tuple yet. We will be talking about them next time. Alright, so I guess that's all that there is for me to discuss. I hope that you learned anything based on our discussions. I hope that you learned something new. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click that notification bell button so that you will always be updated whenever I will upload another video. So once again, this is your teacher, your sensei, Wesley Sensei, signing off for today.